Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we have got a brand new thing here, and that is our girl Margarita. Figured I'd show this so we could see her sticker. With Chain Battle gone, stickers are definitely, I don't have many stickers. We'll just get it out like that. Real quick, these are the only 200% leads she has. Kid Gohan is going to be worthless, but Jiren, that's really good. So, we could rock Margarita on, Jiren's leader skill, full Jiren, setup. We're going to be looking solid. In terms of what I chose to do for Margarita, it's full dodge, very simply put. I think Margarita seems quite good. Her super attack effect is really strong. She does build up by attacking, so, I mean, I could see some value on additional here. She is going to be a character that's going to have dodge and damage reduction, but she's not going to be beefy on the level of like big LRs and shit like that. This is a character that you're gonna have supporting and dodging and shit. Full dodge. Just no back talk on a unit like this. You're gonna want to go dodge. So let's jump in. We'll go full Universe 11. Margarita is gonna be even better on a full Universe 11 team. I mean, yeah, kinda. She's good enough to run without it being full Universe 11. But full Universe 11 is definitely what we're going to want to do, right? Alright, guys. So we are here in an event, rocking our girl Margarita. She's going to be looking good if we're rocking a full Universe 11 team. So let's just start with that. Margarita is going to have dodge. She's going to have damage reduction. Now, I believe the way this works, I mean, I guess I could test it thoroughly, but I believe Margarita, when we put her in slot 3, she gives 11% damage reduction to Universe 11 allies once for that turn. But I don't think it's a once only ever ability. So I think every single time Margarita is in slot 3 during the course of a fight, the first attack each ally takes is giving them 11% damage reduction. That's really good. Now, I mean, perhaps, it's like the boss could attack a couple of times and then super or something like that, but it still could prevent, a couple of super attacks in certain places. When we consider how challenging the Goku and Frieza fight is, and the fact that you have to use Universe 11 as a mission, I think Margarita is going to be a potential outstanding character that we're going to be able to bring in there. We'll go over a lot of her detailed stuff on the second rotation. So remember, full Universe 11 is, I mean, now legitimate. We're running Dispo, but when it comes to the Universe 11 mission, Dispo sucks for that fight. All right, this is an AoE super attack right here. Let's see how we handle this. Okay, we dodge it. Okay, that's good. Topo and Pride Trooper, 30 dodge coming in clutch. 3 million, not the craziest, but that's okay with all of her other abilities. I have no problem with that. Now, she needs to do two attacks to fully build up. So that's why, I know a lot of people are going to see that, and they're going to be like, oh, time to go 30 additional. Now, to be fair, even getting a hidden potential system additional normal on your first turn will be more than enough for her, right? A hidden potential system additional normal from Margarita. And then you're going to be able to get her fully built up. But I would much rather just strengthen her defensive abilities than really trying to go offense. I mean, I guess you could say, if she did the second super, she does get another 50% defense for that turn. But, that's not going to do shit against a 3 million super, against those bosses where it might happen. So, I'm fine with the way that she's looking there. Okay. So, we could transform Jiren. Tech Jiren really shouldn't go slot 1 as first turn either. I need a slot 1 character for Margarita on this rotation. I'm just going to go ahead and pop Tech Jiren's active. Hopefully the extra stats plus the debuff can allow him to sit in slot 1 right there. Maybe it can. I'm going to pop Standby Jiren's standby right there as well. That's going to give the little bit of attack support to Margarita. So, all right, let's go and take a look at what our girl is looking like here in terms of a lot of different things. We can start with her link set. So, Margarita's link set here, we have the Innocence, Brainiacs, Solid Support, Cold Judgment, Shocking Speed, Godly Power, and Shattering the Limit. Not really too good for the most part when it comes to the teams we're running her on. If we take a look at her best linking partners, these are Margarita's linking partners right here. And, I mean, you guys can notice something very common about these characters. These are not Universe 11 characters. We have to get down to God Topo, who is going to have, you know, godly power, plus fierce battle and shocking speed. So she doesn't link super good with the rest of Universe 11. Not the biggest steal ever, because she is, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, really difficult fight, you know, really challenging fight, like, let's be cautious, you know, sort of time, we, of course, are going to be rocking Margarita in slot 3 is what we're going to be doing, right? Getting that damage reduction support. I probably should do it right here, but I kind of want to maximize her links and stuff like that just for now. I mean, we're going to use her in slot 3 and stuff like that. The God event is good for, like, these types of kind of, like, showcase settings and stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and see what Margarita does right here. With this second attack, she will be fully built up after she does this second attack. So on subsequent turns, we're now going to see Margarita at full power. She's not the most complex character when it comes to, like, build up and stuff like that, but that's good. She's what she is truly is a character that's designed to help Topo and Jiren. That's it, and that is all we need. The two AGL LR Jirens, Tech Jiren with support, and then physical Topo, those four definitely can get us through the Goku and Frieza fight. I think Tech Jiren in particular, if he's really surrounded by Margarita on one side and AGL Jiren, like, I think that Tech Jiren will be able to get the job done, right, with all the extra help. Because remember, Dispo, I mean, just flat out is a loser when it comes to the Goku and Frieza fight. Dispo sucks. Like, it's I don't know what they were thinking with Dispo. Well, okay, they designed him completely in a way that's terrible for the Goku and Frieza fight, is my point. But all right, let's Catella really lined up a lot of attacks right there in a problematic spot for us, didn't he? Okay, sure. Let's see how we do, because AGL Jiren, I mean, until he goes into his standby, I mean, we can't rock him in slot 1. All right, we get a couple of dodges in. Again, I mean, Topo is a character you guys know. I mean, you guys know what it is, man. I'm sorry. I mean, I did not choose to make the events as hard as, you know, they did. I don't know. People get mad at me, like, bro, you know. It's a hidden potential system additional super anyway, by the way. Okay, perfect. Nice. Get some debuffs on Catella. Next turn, we'll kind of go over all of Margarita's abilities. And again, remember, after this, Margarita is now going to be fully built up. But Dispo, remember, the thing is, you can't do damage until Goku and Frieza until you're above 10 million damage. Like, 10 million damage is what you got to be above. A lot of times, I've found that 10 million damage number, it's around a 15 million attack stat with crit. It will get about 10 million damage in that Goku and Frieza fight. Now, it's different, right? Like, AGL characters are going to have true type advantage, so, like, they don't need as high of an attack stat. You guys get stuff like that and stuff, right? Okay. So we could go Topo in slot 1 right here. Oof. Nah. You know what? Perfect. This is where we go Margarita slot 3. So, what is this? Sidra? Sidra, I think, is this God of Destruction. He's got these AoEs. Yeah, that's the only thing. This first God of Destruction stage maybe could be a little bit spooky sometimes for showcase stages because, I mean, you know, this is, you know, several AoEs, you know, doing more damage than, like, Fusion, Zamasu, and Omega and stuff like that. We have the AoE super earlier on as well. All right, let's see. So Margarita on this turn will be able to give her damage reduction support. Let's just get a bunch of same type orbs to go ahead and heal us up. And let's go over what Margarita is doing right here. So her super attack effect is really good. 50% defense for 1 turn, supreme damage to the enemy, lowers enemy attack, and seals enemy super as well. Very good. Then in terms for a passive, she gets 110% attack and defense at the start of turn, and then a 50% chance to dodge. Every time Margarita attacks, she gets 55% attack and defense, up to a max of 110%. So, again, if you give her a full additional build, you know, you want to just get her built up as quickly as possible, and you get a hidden potential system additional normal, that will still build her up. So, I do like that. not building up characters with super attacks necessarily, but just with attacks means, you know, the first hit and potential submission normal you get will give value. But when you get it every other turn after that, it's doing nothing for you, right? Then she gives 3 key, 50% attack and defense to Universe 11 category allies. Then she gives 20% attack and defense to Realm of Gods, Sibling Bond, and Bond of Master and Disciple category allies. So I believe that's stacking, right? That one might not be stacking, but it's 20% attack and defense for Realm of God, Sibling Bond, and Bond of Master and Disciple. It might just be an extra 20%. I mean, if it does stack, obviously that's very, very strong. Then, if there's a Universe 11 or Bond of Master and Disciple ally in the rotation, Margarita gets an extra 20% chance to dodge and creates rainbow orbs. So that's good, 70% dodge. And then if all allies on rotation are Universe 11, Margarita gets 30% damage reduction. And then if she's in the 3rd slot of rotation, she gives all allies 11% damage reduction once during the turn. So I believe once she's locked into slot 3 right here, the first hit every character eats gets an extra 11% damage reduction. So that hit had it right there. So did that one. And then hers is still saved because she dodged. So right now, I mean, she has 41% damage reduction. That's pretty good. Her stats aren't really super high, but I mean, she's a dodging support character. That's why, like, you know, like I do hear, like, some people would say, like, oh, like, you know, additionals can give you defensive value when you get the additional super, right? And, you know, most characters have, like, some modicum of defense on their super attack effect. But an extra 50% defense from a character like Margarita is not really going to do very much for her, right? Like, she's still going to be hard, cold-blooded dodge or die, right? Like, it's very obvious. I want to look through the comment section of this video specifically, because if I see even one person complaining, you're getting banned. No, I'm joking. But no, I'm joking. I'm joking. But I will make a mental note of your name, and I'll crush you later on down the line. I will do that. All right, so what was that? 5 million right there? Okay, we do need the super again. Okay, good. Okay. That's a scary super attack right there, because he gets very close. He gets really goddamn close before the dodge kicks in. Okay. Yeah. I don't think she would have been able to live. I mean, her defense is not high enough, right? I mean, that's around 2 million Sidra's doing, right? And I mean, what was she at? You know, she was at, was it 500k? Did I catch it right? There was 500k defense she had? Well, whatever, you guys saw it. Plus the 50% from her super attack effect. That wouldn't be enough. She's definitely dodge or die. Because she doesn't get stats, like, from super. Like, when she does her first 2 attacks, she builds up her stats permanently. But she doesn't then get, you know, 59% attack and defense on super attack in her passive or something like that. You guys get what I'm saying. All right, let me just, it'll be a couple of turns until we see Margarita again, so let me just skip a couple of turns until she comes back. I just want to point out real quick, hold on, bro, he back-to-back supered. It's so rare to see that. He literally supered on back-to-back attacks. He supered and that very last attack of you know, again, that Margarita dodged, and then the very first attack of the next turn he supered. What a cheeky little bastard he is. Well, rip, Dispo died. Yep. Thank you, Dispo. Okay. It's fine. I'm just gonna come back. Yeah, thank you. This is just like the message of shame. They really needed to make this just permanently show up, huh? Okay. I would like to just get one more rotation. I was only going to do one more turn of Margarita anyway. Let me just get one turn of Margarita after she's been fully built up to finish up. But, yeah, Margarita looks really good. When it comes to, if you're going to do, like, a full Universe 11 run against Goku and Frieza or something like that, like, Dispo is, like, the 8th character on the team or something like that now. I would say, like, if we just quickly take a look at Universe 11, again, we're going to do one more rotation. So here, let's just do Universe 11. Universe 11 is right here. Okay. So, I mean, obviously the 2 Jirans, Topo and Pride Troopers, Kaket, and Margarita, like, would come first. Like, Dispo doesn't even make it, man. That's very sad. Very sad. Okay. All right, guys, let's just go ahead and get a little bit of damage for Margarita. So, yeah, we could see, like, on a rotation like this, like, she's hovering right around 500k. So, if you're curious, at this point, if you're a character that's going to be at, like, 900k raw defense or something like that with no guard or no damage reduction, just so we're all on the same page, that is indeed, like, dodge or die territory. It's like if you're not rocking guard or damage reduction, a lot of times from these big fights, you're not taking hits. You have to have, again, either some type of guard or some type of damage reduction or something. You do. You really actually do, in order to actually be able to tank. So that's just something to sort of keep in mind there. All right, so let's just get one more rotation, and we'll be finished up here. All right, Ginyu is super attacking. Sure, that's going to give the permanent damage to LR Jiren. We'll take it. And there we go. Perfect. All right, so Margarita, what do you got for us, girl? Let's see. I do like Margarita quite a bit. These characters that are able to rainbow orb change, support, just all different types of abilities are obviously really, really good. Very handy to have around. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we get right here. All right, let's see what we will get from this rotation real quick here. Margarita, show us some stuff. So this is Margarita. We got a bunch of support. We got Topo support, Topo and Pride Trooper support. We got Jiren support. You can see that just like raw damage and raw defense is not the purpose of the character. But when we consider her damage reduction support and these other abilities, Margarita seems very good to me. All right, guys. So there was Margarita again. Seems to be quite an effective EZA there. So let's go ahead and take a look at her. So this is Universe of Justice's instructor. Margarita, or Little Mark, as Google Translate tells us. Okay. Yeah, this is Little Mark. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right, so leader skill, Universe 11, category key 3, and 150% to stats. Well, Universe 11 category key 350% of stats. I guess, I mean, if you, for some reason, don't have STR Jiren, you don't have AGL Jiren, you don't have Topo, I mean, maybe you could, well, full, I don't know. No, yeah, you're not going to be able to run full Universe 11 if you don't have those other characters, but whatever. Her super attack is the, what is it called? Sonata of Purification. Okay, so exactly the same. 50% defense for one turn. She does supreme damage to the enemy, lowers enemy attack, and then seals the enemy super. So a lot of the angels do have various debuffs on there, which are good for some fights. That's good. Passive skill is Margarita's Counsel. I don't know why they just kept it. Okay, whatever. So she gets 110% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then she gets a high chance to dodge enemy attacks, 50%. Every time Margarita attacks, she gets 55% attack and defense, up to a max of 110%. Then she'll be fully built up. She gives 3 key and 50% attack and defense to all allies in Universe 11. And then she gives 20% attack and defense to all allies in Realm of God, Sibling Bond, and Bond of Master and Disciple categories. So the extra stats for Jiren and God Topo and stuff will be nice. If there is a Universe 11 or Bond of Master and Disciple category ally in the rotation, Margarita gets an extra 20% chance to dodge, and she'll randomly create rainbow orbs. On Universe 11, the rainbow orbs aren't really going to do very much, but I mean, it's handy, I guess. That ability, rainbow orb changing, would be more impactful for her on a different team that's not Universe 11. And then if all allies on rotation are Universe 11 category allies, Margarita gets 30% damage reduction. And then in the third, if she's in the third slot of the rotation, she does give 11% damage reduction. I believe the first time each character is hit, they have 11% extra damage reduction, which could be good. So, Margarita, right? Her defense is not going to be the greatest. She does have a little bit of damage reduction, I suppose, but I don't against the really big attacks, against the really scary boss normals, even like the 30% damage reduction is not going to help too much. She is going to evolve into dodge or die once you're in kind of like the big bosses, the scary bosses, right? Like Blue Kaioken Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta turn 1. I mean, they're killing Margarita if they super her, right? Like, she gets hit by that, she could double super, and then they'll just kill her ass, right? It's going to be dodge or die there. In my opinion, the 3 hardest fights in the game, Goku and Frieza, Blue Kaioken, Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta, and then number 3 is Cell Max. Bam, bam, bam. All of these fights open out right away with craziness, right? How good you are turn 1 matters quite a bit. Margarita certainly will be able to help out a lot here. I think for Universe 11, like, Universe 11's a legitimate team, too, now. Like, it actually is, like, not a meme. Universe 11 is better than Super Bosses, easily, right? Some shit like that. Oh, yeah. Not even, I wouldn't even hesitate to say that, I think. Although, I guess, slot 1 could certainly be an issue for Universe 11, because Tech Jiren's not going there. While you have a standby Jiren up, he can go in slot 1. Full power Jiren isn't the most comfortable in slot 1. But to be fair to Super Bosses has the same issue. But Universe 11 with Margarita and with Kaket added to it, like, it's nice. It's nice. Her links are the Innocence, Brainiac, Solid Support, Cold Judgment, Shocking Speed, Godly Power, and Shattering the Limit. Let's see what the 12 key multiplier is. 140%. Okay. And then obviously we looked earlier at the 200% leader skills she had right there. Jiren for Universe 11, of course. Let's swap over and take a look at Margarita's categories that she has here. So Universal Survival Saga. I believe the entirety of Universe 11 is in the Universal Survival Saga. Maybe if we had got like a Heroes Topo or a Dragon Ball Heroes Jiren or something like that, sure, but as of right now, there's complete overlap there. Then, obviously, Margarita is on Realm of Gods, too. Margarita is also on the Sibling Bond category. Then Margarita is on the Bond of Master and Disciple category, too. Margarita is also on Space Traveling Warriors, which I believe the entirety of Universe 11 is as well. If there's a Space Traveling Warrior mission, it's going to be very easy. You just use full Universe 11. Oh, yeah. And then finally, Universe 11, which is now a legitimate team. That's so crazy. Universe 11 is legit. How nuts. So, there we go. There's EZA Margarita. Seems pretty good. Character like this, I think, would definitely be able to help out for, you know, Jiren and Topo and them to be able to finish off Goku and Frieza. She'll help for that Universe 11 mission quite a bit.